first is to believe. The second is to speak in ways that are consistent with that which you believe. But don't ever tie yourself up in the words that you speak if the words that you speak are insufficient to meet the things that you desire. It's not working for you because you're talking all kind of sideways. You can't talk about God as health and then talk about how your sciatic nerve is killing you. There is power in your spoken word. And so the centurion who does not know, but who believes that if the word is merely spoken, there is no need for you to be touched. Nobody has to put a hand on you with what we were just feeling minutes ago. I told you it's already done. Now, whether or not you have the consciousness to accept it and speak it into existence is your issue. Can you work the stuff that's before you is the question. You know you have limited authority on one hand, but you know you're connected to infinite intelligence on the other. Which one are you going to work through? The healing is coming forth. It's pouring forth. There's one thing about the life force that you need to know. It is an invisible, independent, intelligent, constructive, silent force. God does not need you to direct God in how to do what God is planning to do in, through, and for you. But what you do have to do is either get out of the way or get in the way of what God is wanting to do in and through you. I just want us to stop suffering. I want us to stop looking at stuff that's showing up and making all of our assessments based upon the stuff that's showing up. The stuff that's showing up, we talked about the centurion telling the story, is that right? Sometimes the story is not a narrative. Sometimes the story is just a lie. Yeah, some of you will get that one when you get home. Sometimes the story you tell is just a lie. It has nothing to do with who you are as a spiritual being. It has nothing to do with what is yours by divine birthright. It has nothing to do with the intelligence of God as it moves in and through your body system. There's some things that you just can't do. God knew that he couldn't rely on you to do it. So God decided to not put you in charge of digesting your food. God decided not to put you in charge of blinking your eyes. Some things you just don't need to do. Some things you do, like speaking the word in truth. Do you know what the truth is? Known truth must show up. If it ain't showing up in your life, you might know about it. But if you know the truth has to show up. And so Jesus said, in all of Israel, I have never seen such faith, and that faithfulness was rewarded with the demonstration of the very thing that the centurion of his own and in his own accord could not bring forth, but because he was connected to the isness of God. See, when you sing that song, God is, that ought to tell you something. That ought to take you somewhere. This realization that God is means that there is nothing else irrespective of what's showing up that is. God is the only is that is. There are no other ises to be experienced. There might be some isms that you experience, but no is that you experience. There is just one presence and one power, God the good omnipotent. And then the realization of God's good omnipotence is every one of your blessings. You can get your good, you can get your healing, you can get your abundance, you can get your prosperity, you can get your right relationships, you can get your education, you can get your business off the ground, you can get your new apartment, you can get your new home, you can get your new car, you can get your good, you can get everything that's yours that is entitled to you by divine show up. Divine show up is the realization that you have not called yourself into being, but it is the intelligence of God that has shaped you forth out of nothing and brought you and placed you here. And this realization of God is the same realization that you must connect to in order to realize that you are owed an abundant life. Walking around in lack and limitation, hurting for no reason. Get up out of it. Nobody's leaving you there. Don't stay down there. Get up and do your thing. Whatever your thing is. Experience God's abundance. It's everywhere. Know that God is everywhere. Know that your good is everywhere. Know that your prosperity is everywhere. Know that your healing is everywhere. Know that it just because it's showing up in limitation doesn't mean that it will stay that way. God is your all and all. Thank you. God bless you. So it is.